let's add the first mountain to my HTML A-frame diorama. But first, here's how it's supposed to look like in the reference image. Hang around to see how it turns out. To achieve this, I need to create a backdrop element. And in order to avoid stacking context issues, I just add it behind the gradient, which is true in real life anyway, right? So after the glance we had at the reference earlier, I know my mountain is split between the sunny and the shady face, but it also has some intermediate peaks and on the light side some elements which are possibly some slopes that add some shade to that side as well. Then I add the backdrop CSS class. Here it is in red, so it can be seen while I position it. Now both of my mountains will be pure white as per the reference. They will not be as wide, but will be as tall as the parent backdrop itself, and will also be absolutely positioned, so I can shift the first one slightly to the left. Of course, this will be a huge white square until I clip a nice triangle out of it, like I did with the house itself. With the mountain positioned, I can get to work on the shaded face, which I will color blue for us to see. Then, I will cut the polygon out of it and then slap on this gradient, which was extremely fun to create. I am not sure why the AI generated the image with that super straight dark line, but it was intriguing to create using the power of the CSS linear gradient. Then, I will continue to my middle peak face, which is really more of the same, with a similar gradient that simply extends that same line for whatever reason, but does in fact cut off when the other lower peak starts. For the lower peak, I also cut out a polygon, but use a simpler gradient before I move on to the light side of the mountain. I simply assumed that the two shaded parts on the light side might be some slopes that have a different incline, therefore force some shade onto that area. So even though the light is still coming from the top right, there will be some shadow on the light side as well. Or they could be cliffs that cut through the light side, and then of course they will appear darker from afar. The same gradient can be used for the higher feature as well, in order to simplify everything. The video is getting kind of long, so in the end, this is the mountain. I am seeing some repetition and inefficiency, so in closing, I can address that while reminding everyone to like and follow and give me more suggestions for this build.